Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Black Nomads Meet Virtual Tour Series Season 2. Today, we have the Black Elation. Am I pronouncing that correctly?
For sure. Just depending on which part of the Mason-Dixon line you live on.
Well, here, how about this? I just give it to you. Please introduce yourself. Let us know what kind of vehicle you're living in, and tell us a little bit about who you are and why you started van life.
My name is Daniel White. Most people know me as Black Elation, one or the other. I'm originally a through hiker slash bike packer, just the long distance guy. I got into outdoor life, hiking the Appalachian Trail in 2017. Since then, I've ridden from Alabama to Canada on a bike along the Underground Railroad Trail, just kind of like to trace the history. Last year, I went to Scotland, hiked all the way across Scotland, coast to coast, and then a month later, I went hiked almost coast to coast in Spain. So just a traveler. How I got into the van life, I guess, really just like by accident. Someone hit me up on Instagram randomly and offered to give me their car. Just like I like what you do, just with your traveling and everything like that, moving around to just love and light. And I think this would be good for you, just to get a travel vehicle. So, long story short, I flew to Vegas, met a total stranger off the internet, really cool lady, Miss Gina. She came pick me up. She's living the van life. She got a bus, came pick me up in her Rottweiler Petra in the middle of the night. We drove out to the middle of the desert. She handed me over the keys to Toyota RAV4, which I've been traveling in for a while, and yeah, it was really cool. She gave me a crash course on like traveling in the desert. Gave me a big, huge water jug, bunch of like really cool maps, like highlighted. Just like gave me a real good like talking to. We went and camped out in the middle of the desert that night, and then I woke up. We parted ways, and then from there I went on like I want to say 2-3 month, like 15,000-mile road trip, all up and down California, Oregon, Washington, a little bit through Idaho. It's a lot of police in Idaho, so I didn't do a lot of stopping in Idaho. But Colorado, Utah, man, yeah, ended up back east where I am now in Charlotte, North Carolina. So it was a journey, but it just happened out of nowhere. But it was definitely like life changing to see my trip from a different mode of transportation. Like even after I was riding back on the way back home, back to Charlotte, and I passed by where I had rode on a bike a couple years ago. So like that was pretty cool. Like yeah, so that's me in a nutshell.
Wow, you got quite a story to tell.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. So you said you're in Charlotte, North Carolina now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what are you just
Yeah,
like?
just like kind of taking a little break.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm like doing a little recharge real quick. I had to come home and get some stuff. Like my road bike was here, so I had to come home and get my road bike. My dog is here, so I had to come home and pick my buddy back up before I hit the road again. So yeah, and then just take care of the business that I left. Like, cause I only planned on being gone from my house in Charlotte for like 3 days, and I ended up booking a one-way flight from Asheville. I was going up there to do a little hiking like for the weekend, and I just booked the one-way flight and Airbnb for a month in Vancouver, Washington, and stayed out there for a month. And from there, that's why I flew to get the Toyota right here. So I only planned on being gone for 3 days, and I came back home with like a new car with a tent on the top, which I'm sitting in the car. I mean, yeah, the car had a tent on the top of it, so I'm sitting in that right now. I wanted to pull that out for you guys, just give y'all a look at it. So yeah, I only in with a kayak and a mountain bike and just like yeah. So.
Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and just hop into the van tour. Give us a 360 of what you're living in.
Okay, but. Well, I'm sitting in like the tent right now. I don't know if y'all know, like I'm like 6'3", is like really roomy in here in it. So let me take y'all down to the bottom. Let me see. I'm gonna have to flip the camera around. Hold on. Let's see if I can get down without falling. Okay. All right. Let me flip the camera maybe. There we go. Okay. So this is the Toyota. It ain't like much to look at, like it as van life as you can say, but we definitely, you know, got all my stickers and stuff. You know. Let's pop it open in the back. Let's see. Move these pillows out the way. Got me a couple pillows. I have this is my helmet for my bike stuff. This is all my bike equipment right here in one bag. Just try to, I gotta keep everything like compact because it's not a lot of space, so you gotta be real compact. But this is all my bike stuff, like pads and extra tires and like, you know, inner tubes and all that kind of stuff, and just equipment. Just like a miscellaneous bag. This is all my fishing equipment. So I got like little small fishing poles and all my hooks and lures and all that kind of good stuff in there. I have my toiletries, tissue, shovels, all that kind of good stuff. And like y'all gotta understand, I'm a backpacker, so I keep everything kind of like light as possible. This is my kitchen. I got place settings for like 2 people here and everything, all my fuels and stoves, outdoor stoves and all that kind of good stuff. Yeah, just basic. And, got a hammock here. Got me a machete back here. That's the theme. I got weapons everywhere around here, just in case. I don't know. I feel like, you know, James Bond. I don't know. We might have to get it in. So got my vest for my kayak here. Chair. This is my cooler for my, you know, my perishables. This is my backpack, my long distance backpack I take everywhere. So my quilters in here and everything that I use up in the tent. So it's like a 20-degree quilt. Everything is in here, sleeping pad and anything for backpacking is in there. So I can, that's a multi-day pack. This is my non-perishable food. I got all my spices and all that kind of stuff, and just foods and sugars and all that kind of stuff. Clothes here. This is my day pack here. So I got a ton of gear and all kind of gear in there. I got climbing gear in there right now, actually. These are my bike packing bags for my road bike. So I can use these. I got all my cold weather gear, raincoat and stuff down in there. This is often really close friend now. Bear canister just in case. I don't know. I had a problem with mice when I was in Utah, right outside of Moab. So keep that. I don't have my bikes and everything out right now. I'm trying to save on my my mileage per gas. Okay, and let's move this around. And on the inside, I got a place for my dog right here. You know, got him laid out nice with the velvet carpet. Got all my maps and everything right here in the back seats. Place for my shoes up under there. I got a ton of like knives and stuff. Every time I go see like family and friends, like my uncles and stuff like that, they're like, "Oh, you should take this out with you." So I got a ton of these in the car everywhere. So I got all my time to get here. It's all my essentials need to go. And yeah, it's not much to look at, but everything is there. I even got me a little kayak paddle over there on the other side of my rain fly for my tent. Oh, and I also, in the bottom down there, I have a jump box, so I can get a battery boost if I need, and like jumper cables and antifreeze and all that kind of good stuff. So yeah, not much, but everything is there.
No, it's plenty. It's a lot. Yeah. It's your home. Cool. Oh, I love it. I love how minimal you have things. Because for me, in my van, I have way too much stuff. I guess for me, when I was like, oh, I'm going to be living in my van is my house, that means I have to bring things that I'm not necessarily going to use every day. You know what I mean? So I have like sewing stuff in there and crafts and like things I'm only using like once every 2 weeks. And I think I have to have this whole set of like kitchen equipment, and I just have way too much stuff in there. So for me, I feel like every week I'm minimalizing and trying to throw things away and like shift around things. So how do you do it? Like, how do you keep
Hey,
things so minimal?
I'm used to traveling like with everything on my back. So like this is a lot of room for me because I'm used to just like moving around with everything I need on my back. So I'm like, oh, this is great. So
Yeah.
like as you can see, I got like 3 or 4 different backpacks in there. So like, yeah, it's like the ultimate bug out vehicle. It's not like I don't know, but then it's good because it got the tent on the top, so that works. So you can use it for long term if need be, and as long as you got the right like sleeping bag and I don't know, the mixture of gear works together. I think and it just took like 3 or 4 years for me to try to get it down into a system. So I'm like, okay, I just need this, and then it took moving all across up and down California and through the desert 2 or 3 months to like try to figure it out and get it down packed. And then when I got home, I was like, oh, I need to add this or I need to take this out. So I got a good little tight system, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna take some pointers for you because I'm not good at that. Like I'm getting better. I'm getting better, but it's still a lot. So what's some advice you would give to some people like me? I know you said it took you like some years to kind of get your system down. But for like some new nomads, we have them, they're coming from a house and moving into like a van or, like a schoolie, which is just like a small crunch on space. So what are some pointers you would give to people who are like shifting from a house to like a vehicle your size or like a van?
Oh, definitely do like some backpack trips. Do like 5 day backpack trips, and then you'll see like how little you'll need, or just try to like lessen your consumption every day. Like I'm just trying to like throw stuff away every other day that I don't need or like donate it if it's like if I can reuse it or whatever. Yeah, but like I'm trying to get it out of here because I don't know. And that's not for everybody, but I guess if you trying to get into this type of lifestyle, you're gonna have to get used to letting that type of nomad lifestyle. You gotta understand it's not gonna be like uh, toiletries and toilets and all that kind of stuff everywhere you go. And I mean, I think people romanticize it because they see it on TV, but I don't know, just in a backpacking trip gonna get that idea of suffering in your head because there's gonna be some hard times too. So you gotta understand the good and the bad, and then it's like, oh, the top of the mountain is pretty. So it's all you gonna have to get like an understanding of things. And I think backpacking definitely helped me like be ready for this type of lifestyle.
Ooh, so that makes I just thought of a really good question. Something that I had to get to know, when moving into the van was, of course, a lot of people ask us is, like using the bathroom, like, taking care of like that necessity. So what do you do? Do you just like, use like public restrooms or like, stay at campsites and use campsite bathrooms? Like, how have you figured that out, that
Hey,
system?
wherever they are. Hey, if there's one close, then yeah. If it's not, then I got a really nice shovel. I got a really good shovel, and I'm just like, it is what it is. At the end of the day, you gotta go somewhere. So if it's a toilet around, that's cool. And I try to find them because I was known for like running 3 or 4 miles on trail just to get to the next town to get to a toilet. But if it's not there, it's just not there. So
Yeah, I
then
like what you said about, like van life. Mainstream van life has definitely been romanticized. And you see all these like polished, like sterilized photos of van life. And I think I mean, I can say for myself, like, you know, when I started I was going with this image of like, okay, we're going to travel and, you know, it's going to be amazing. And then it took a lot of experience to be like, oh, wow, like, you know, using the bathroom for me was like a daily chore because I hadn't properly prepared myself, you know, to encounter that problem.
Mm-hmm.
So I like what you said about, you
Yeah.
know, there's this romanticizing of van life, and then there's van life
Mm-hmm.
where you're full time at the will of your own
Yeah.
devices. So I don't know, I'm just really into your like minimal, you know, because I'm learning right now. What are some other like minimalizing, if that's a word, minimalist tips that you would give people like me, um, you know, who have been romanticizing this van life image? And how can you help people not have culture shock, you know, from starting this and finding out that like I
Mm.
didn't prepare for this properly?
You also could like you can rent a van. You can rent one. You can if you got a car, you can take a road trip. Like test it out and go and like sleep at campgrounds and like just like test it out for a couple weeks. Right now is the perfect time to do it. Like I don't know, you know, if you're gonna ever have a time when you can possibly just get off work or whatever. I don't know what a lot of people got going on in their lives, but I think now is the time. So like, yeah, go out a couple weeks, just try it out. Like really get out and just test yourself. Like go see if you really want to do what it is that like, cause like you said, the pictures look good, but in between those really cool pictures are like gas station stops and man, just like driving and like maybe you get into a campsite that ain't the prettiest or whatever. You just off in the woods in the cut and it's like, or like just experiences like negative experience you might have with people. You might have a like racism experience. Like man, I be having people snapping pictures of me, like taking like man, I be having wild stuff happen to me out there. But it's like it'd be more good going on for me, like not to discourage people. So I'm like, but you gotta understand this comes with it. So you should probably go out here and experience this first and test it out before you do and invest in a vehicle and build it out. And then like you be like heartbroken when you get out there. 99% of it is cool and kosher. I will tell you that. So I mean, it's good. It's just up and down. It's just like regular life. It ain't. Oh, I'm at a peak every day. I just need people to understand that, you know.
Yeah, you're definitely providing a lot of groundedness to the lifestyle. Um, yeah, because like I said, you know, like people have this image on the things that they want to do, and they find out that it's just not, it's just that's just not reality, you know. So I want to go back real quick. You said, you know, I know it's like ups and downs, and there's some good and bad days. So I want you to tell me. I'm forming this question as I'm asking it. What is what is one of your favorite experiences of since, you know, doing this lifestyle, and what is one of your least favorite experiences since doing this?
I want to say just like getting to know the desert, that was really good because like I never had a inkling or thought to like, oh, I want to go to the desert. Like I'm like, nah. But just getting out there and seeing like, oh, it's different, like hot desert. Then you get down and you know you got the Joshua trees and all that type of stuff in the lower elevations. I'm like, oh, it's different landscape. And so just getting to experience that, getting to go up the Eastern Sierras and then chill out in Utah for like a month. And I never in my life thought, oh, I want to go to Utah. But here I am, like that's like one of my most favorite states right now. Like that's top notch. So like that, and then I guess least favorite was probably right when I figured like I should probably make my way home and go take a little break. I want to say in Cortez, Colorado, a big ass Trump rally. Just the hugest Trump rally ever. Here I am just trying to go buy me a little smoke and get out the way. And here, next thing I know, is like the biggest flags. I'm like, man, this is wild. So yeah, that probably my least favorite. Just that, just riding in them, just knowing that anytime you're going into a wilderness area somewhere like really pristine, that you're gonna have to see them signs before you get there. You're gonna have to see just some wild stuff before you get to the really beautiful stuff. like that's probably my least favorite thing. And the graffiti on the at Antelope Canyon, like yeah, like just graffiti on just like yeah, just that type of stuff.
Yeah, I'm happy that you there's a train, but anyway. I'm happy that you touched on, well, during your van tour you were talking about like the weapons that you have in your vehicle, and because safety is a major concern.
Yeah,
I mean, for anybody, but especially like as Black people traveling on the road.
word.
So I got some safety things in the van too. Like they in secret spaces, but they there. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, so one final question, and then we can kind of start wrapping it up. But how do you feel safe on the road?
Uh, for the, like I feel good. I just maneuver to be safe. Like I'm aware of my surroundings. I make sure I'm always watching my surroundings, and then like I'm aware it's like some wild stuff going on, but I'm not scared per se. Like I'm just like aware of it. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I don't move with no ill intent. I feel like if you're gonna do something to me, then you're gonna do it anyway. Like, but I mean, it's gonna be a fight. But I ain't not looking for one, and I ain't harming nothing. I ain't trying to kill. I'm not trying to kill ants, flies, anything. I'm trying to like brush them off for me. I ain't trying to. So if I'm not trying to harm nothing, I feel like I'm good. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just move like that, and it's been working for me. So I'm gonna just continue to move like that. And I don't know, because like you can walk outside your door and like anything can happen. So it's not like the woods are no more inherently dangerous. It's like no animals out there trying to just like chase you down and kill you. Like that's not how things work out there. Like so you can run into the same crazy people that you can run into in the woods. They're gonna be right in town. So it's like I don't know. I take my chances out there because it's way pretty out there, and I'm gonna enjoy it. So like yeah,
Yeah, you definitely have to kind of just like have that peace of mind. Like danger is everywhere, but you can't let fear or fear of the unknown like keep you from taking adventures and taking experiences. Like I amen to that. you know.
word,
So
word.
cool. Okay, cool. Well, that's kind of all the questions I have that I can kind of think of right now. Yeah, anything else that you want to add about the Black van life experience and just the whole van life movement?
Oh, I just want to say, I appreciate it because I didn't even know it existed till I start following these accounts such as yours and stuff. So I was like, oh, this is really cool to see because representation always matters. It's always good to see folks because like even if I see Black people on the trail every once in a while, it's always like, or anywhere I would see them out in the national park, it's always that like because it ain't many of us. It's always just cool to see. So I just want to say, man, I want to see more. I would love to see more out there and if you see me on the road, holler at me, stop and talk to me and chop it up. And yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because right now I'm in Woodbridge, Virginia. I'm up in Virginia. Well, I'm from Virginia,
Okay.
so I'm living here right now while I do some renovations on the van. So if you see me on the road, everybody watching this, if you see him on the road, like it's always fun when you're doing it with somebody else,
Word,
you know.
word.
Um, cool. Well, I guess that's it for me. Thank you so much for doing this. I really appreciate it. Our last season or our first season, a lot of people liked it. Like, I mean, we were getting like over 300 views on videos, and we got a lot of positive feedback. So this video or this interview is really going to help a lot of people better prepare for the van life experience and just create that peace of mind and preparedness for, living on the road, whether it's part-time or full-time. So thank you for your
Word.
time. I appreciate it.
Oh, no problem at all. And also, I hate doing free plugs. I really do, but this is helpful to people. iOverlander is an app that I use to find a bunch of campsites along the way. It's really good. It comes with pictures, coordinates, and reviews and everything like that. So that's a place where you can find, especially out west, to show a lot of like BLM land where you can camp for free. And I just don't do free plugs, but I Overlander. It's cool.
Yeah, I use them, and then sometimes I'll just use like Google Meet. I mean not Google Meet, just Google. Like I'll just Google like free campsites and like stuff pops up that way. But yeah, thank you for that, because I didn't discover iOverlander until like months into it, and I wish I had discovered it earlier. So yeah, awesome, thank you.